It is a baseball event. Oh, let me confirm here. Hang on a second. It is a baseball event 100 years in the making. Welcome, everyone, to this very special broadcast of the award-winning Cool FM Sports as we are live at ARBENZ Field in Sierra Vista, celebrating the 100th year of American Legion Baseball as our Sierra Vista team competes. You can see them in the field. They are doing their warm-ups right now, getting warmed up. Looks like a lot of familiar faces from the Buena High School baseball team. And I'm going to do my best to get you all of the shots here. Looks like I'm behind the camera and on the call. It's Jeff Davenport live here at ARBENZ Field. The sun is behind me. The moon is rising off in the distance. There's the moon right there. That's the moon. So we got a full moon heading up tonight, or close to a full moon heading up tonight, here at ARBENZ Field for this historic game. Now, the American Legion in Sierra Vista has not had a baseball team like this since the 1970s or 1980s. I mean, it has been a very long time since they have ended up having a local baseball presence here. Now, the American Legion obviously has been doing this for 100 years. And so this is the interesting part, is being able to watch this happen here tonight. And that is what we will do. Head coach Tommy Fernandez from Buena High School is coaching up these young student athletes here. Tell them to go which way. And is there people walking on the field? There's people walking on the field out there. So got to tell them to move off the field. So we're going to wait until they're out of the field of play, which is really kind of humorous.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's funny. So now that the folks have moved out of the field of play, the pitcher will make the very first pitch here in Sierra Vista for the first time that we have seen this kind of baseball here in Sierra Vista in probably 30 to 40 years. Leadoff hitter number 6. Beautiful fastball there by the Sierra Vista American Legion team. Not sure exactly how long the games, the season lasts or anything like that. So once Todd gets here and is able to help out a little bit, we'll see if we can kind of ask the coaches to move since they're in our field of view here. That goes high for a ball. There we go. Now the coach is having a discussion. Now they're out of the way. And that is a hit by pitch right between the shoulder blades. That will put the leadoff hitter on. For this team from where, Todd? Where are they from?
Tucson. And Robert Wise is going to come back here in just a few moments and give us a little more information.
Well, that's what I would love to have. So thanks a lot. So Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan hanging out with you here at ARBENZ Field tonight. I do have a cooler pack. If the phone gets a little warm, we can chill it out. But I mean, with the breeze here, and I think our shadows are blocking the sun that's directly behind us right here. There's a base hit right back to the pitcher. Goes to second base, throws over to first for the double play. Hey, good to see you guys.
John Paul and Robert Wise. I don't know if you want to.
Absolutely. Let me take this off. Hang on. Hang on.
And what's the
Robert,
official name of this team?
Robert, talk to me about this, man. First of all, great to see you tonight. This is history in the making. First of all, it's 100 years since the American Legion has been sponsoring like this kind of baseball here for the teenagers. This is ages 14 to 17, right?
Exactly right. Yeah. So it's one of the things, just like you kind of neatly summarize it for me. So, ironically enough, we had the opportunity to re-energize Legion baseball back in Sierra Vista. Attributed to one of the coaches here. Oh, look at that.
Deep drive to left field. That will bounce in for a long base hit. Looking to turn it into a double. And they do a good 2-out double
All right.
by this team. Where is this team from?
So the visiting team is from Oro Valley, Post 132.
Okay.
So
Is there a big rivalry between the American Legion of Sierra Vista and the Oro Valley one?
So I think we're trying to get some rivalry going. I know since we re-energized the baseball program here in Sierra Vista, the first actual game of the season was last week, and
that was in Tucson.
It was in Tucson at the Keno Sports Complex. And ironically enough, a little anecdote: the umpire behind the plate, he was one of the coaches way back when we had the American Legion Baseball here 20 years ago.
And we believe that's been 20 years.
20 years
so
ago, yeah. So yeah, there's been a little bit of a pause there for a while, but I got to give credit where credit's due. Tommy Fernandez, who's one of the coaches here, he's the one that came to us and said, "Hey, I want to re-energize this program." As a matter of fact, he's a veteran, and we also signed him up as an American Legion member. But it took a lot of effort. One of our sons of the American Legion,
nice stolen base at third.
Board members here, Justin, he was instrumental in.
Of course, Justin was instrumental. He's instrumental in everything around here. Come on.
He was doing a lot. He also brought the canopy out here. He's selling some food. He went out to the inaugural game, did a lot of coordination, and we had a good showing out there. But I got to share the credit with everybody because everybody put
Ball
a
gets
lot of
past the
effort.
catcher, and that will score the very first run of this game. It is 1-0 Oro Valley with 2 outs. Bases are now cleared here in the top of the first inning.
Yes, they are. We're gonna try to squeak one here. It's only the first inning, but it's.
And this is played these are basically what, high school players from Oro Valley, and these are Buena High School
Buena
players.
High school players, absolutely. And one of the things that we were able to do is the American Legion family here at Post 52 provided a lot of funding as a family unit in order to get the team started, because it does take money in order to do all this. So it was one of the things. It was an easy decision for all the Legion family, auxiliaries, Sons of the American Legion, the Legion proper, the American Legion riders, and the off-road riders all contributed monies in order for these guys to have the jerseys, the insurance.
By the way, the jerseys look amazing. If you see the jerseys, maybe we can talk to Coach Tommy Fernandez. Hey, maybe we can get Tommy over here for a second, just for a quick second. Absolutely. Hey, Coach. Man, it's great to see you. First of all, I love the jersey. Look at these jerseys, Todd. Get a close-up look right there. Look at that, 1925 to 2025, the 100th season of American Legion baseball. You got the American flag on the other arm right there, which looks fantastic.
Always have to have the American flag on.
Absolutely. Well, as a veteran, what does it mean to you to be a part of something like this, re-energizing something that hasn't happened in 20 years here in Sierra Vista?
Yeah, so I didn't know that it had been such a long time. I know that that it used to be a thing here. As a matter of fact, John Sampson, the umpire, was the last guy who did it.
That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah, so
is that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it was a thing. I've been with Bill for quite so many years, and I knew this was happening, and I thought this was a great way to kind of run it back through the season, kind of get a look at some guys earlier in the season, you know what I mean, in the off season, I should say, and then just kind of go from there. So, but no, it's obviously special
because literally you're looking at your competition from last season and to this coming season.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. It's kind of a little bit of a cheat code.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. But American Legion 52, Post 52, they did an awesome job. They did out here, with the motorcycles, putting it all together, sponsoring our uniforms, our fees, and stuff like that. So they did an amazing job. So I can't thank them enough.
It's fantastic, and off to a little bit of a down 1-0 here, but you're coming up in the bottom of the first. It's time to get some runs.
It's early, a lot of time. We'll see how it goes.
It is good to see you, Coach. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. And Robert, back to you, man. Again, having Tommy here to be a part of this, obviously, one of the amazing jobs of coaching this year that he did with Buena, having him to be able to coach these young men here.
Absolutely.
How many? Okay, so 14 to 17-year-olds. So these are high schoolers.
That's exactly right.
From mainly from Buena.
Buena High School, exactly right. So yes, and like I was saying earlier, everything was attributed to all these folks here that brought this program back. Tommy was instrumental in coming to the post, wanting to re-energize us, and then we all were all in and supporting us. The Legion family at Post 32 was here to provide the financial support to do so. So it's just gratifying to see that we have American Legion Baseball once again in Sierra Vista.
Well, we're so glad to be covering it tonight. It is the first home game in 20 years that they've had. Justin, come on. Well, Justin's on the phone, so he can't talk. He's on the phone.
But I would tell you
that we're
going to have Monday night games here,
okay,
at least for the duration of this month.
Okay.
So And then
So every Monday there will be a game here on Monday nights.
Exactly right, 7 o'clock.
Perfect. Oh, that's
Absolutely.
excellent.
Thank you so much for being here and supporting the effort and getting the word out on American Legion Baseball once
Well,
again in Sierra
this is,
Vista.
hey, 100-year, it only happens once every 100 years, you know, so I mean, come on. You can only have your 100th anniversary one time, and we just have to be living in that season as it's happening right now, as we're in the bottom of the first. The Sierra Vista American Legion team down 1-0 to the Oro Valley American Legion team.
Yep, you're exactly right. I don't like the score so far, but
hey, it's
early in the game.
That's what Tommy said. We just talked to Coach,
and
it's a leadoff walk. So the leadoff hitter is on board for Sierra Vista here.
R52, bring it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Post 52 for the American Legion.
Man, I'm
doing
just
such great things.
Proud of all
how did now we were there on Saturday.
Right.
What happened on Saturday?
So Saturday we were able. Yes, exactly. So one of the things that we had the honor to do is actually host the Chad Archer Vet Fest, and all that money that they raised went to the Warrior Healing Center.
Do we have a total yet?
Not yet. They're working on a total.
Let us know when we get that, because it's
they
amazing.
always do. All the riding community, and I got to give
thousands of dollars. I
got to give a shout out to the Nomadans. They were instrumental in actually putting all this effort together and doing a lot of the work. We hosted it, and it turned out to be another great event. So hats off to them for just doing another outstanding job and providing resources back to veteran services and organizations.
Well, it's so much fun to see what the American Legion does here in this community. Check swing, and they're going to call strike 3 on the batter. So 1 down for Buena, 1 on Buena. Yeah. I say Buena because it's blue.
Exactly
blue
right.
For post 52, excuse me.
Absolutely.
1 down, 1 on.
So just to share some activities that are coming up here this next weekend on Saturday, we're going to be hosting a flag retirement ceremony and also the Army's birthday. So at the Post 52, so we're going to retire some flags that have been well used and tattered, and giving installation of officers as well, and then a cake cutting ceremony for the Army's birthday. So we're going to have a busy Saturday this coming up.
That's going to be fantastic.
Absolutely.
And again, you can learn more by following the American Legion Post 52 on your favorite social media platform. They got their great Facebook page there that you can follow and keep in touch with them on all the activities that they host for and do for the veterans in our community. And if you're a veteran, you need to be a part of the Legion, or if you're a family member of a veteran, you need to be part of the Legion, and just really engage in the community in the way that they do. It's absolutely awesome, Robert. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us, buddy. Much love to you and the American Legion Post 52. Always love talking to them. So again, 1 out, 1 on.
And 1-0.
And 1-0. Look at you. Oh, I don't think he's going to go. He probably could have had he gotten up a little bit, just a skosh sooner. I was coming here so fast and trying to get set up so fast, I forgot to put my little windscreen on, so I can turn this mic off now on the handheld, so we're good to go there, and we're still rocking on this microphone here. Jeff Davenport, Todd Riot, hanging out with you at ARBENZ Field for an event 100 years in the making. It's the bottom of the first. Post 52 is down 1-0, and that is strike 3, a beautiful fastball by the Oro Valley American Legion team. Again, these teams comprise of basically high schoolers, high school baseball players. You're talking 14 to 17-year-olds. A lot of these are familiar faces to us who've covered a lot of Buena high school baseball over the course of this magical season that they had, the 20-win season. For the first time in anyone's recollection, the Buena high school team that did things that have never been done before. That first pitch over the head as number 15 had to duck down to avoid getting hit by a pitch. So 2 down, 1 on, in a 1-0 game. Moon rising in the background. And that is called strike. Boy, that pitch was so fast, the pitcher lost his hat. He threw it so hard, his hat came off, Todd. But this is the fun of summertime. The high school baseball season's over, but these kids still get to play. These young athletes, these young student athletes get to take part of their summer to participate in something like this. And as Robert just said, every Monday night for the rest of this month, there will be an American Legion Post 52 baseball game going on here at ARBENZ Field. Now at ARBENZ Field, the way this is set up, there is a lot of room in foul territory. There is a ton of room in foul territory, and there's a lot of room behind the catcher. So on a passed ball, like what we saw the Oro Valley American Legion team score in the top of the first was on a passed ball that just goes all the way to that backstop. There's a ton of room behind that backstop. From the stretch, a 2-out pitch, or two out, 2 strike pitch. That goes a little bit high, runs the count full. There is no scoreboard here at ARBENZ Field. Just a stone's throw from the pickleball courts, right around, right behind us, actually. If you know where those are in the city of Sierra Vista, full count pitch. And that is fouled off, hanging in there. You know, Todd, if I wasn't here, I'd probably be at Monday Night Raw, which is in Phoenix tonight.
Oh,
it's in
really?
Phoenix. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine there who's texting me all the spoilers. I'm like, stop sending me spoilers. I want to watch it when I get home. And that goes in the dirt for ball 4. So a 2-out walk puts 2 on for the American Legion team, the Post 52 team. And as we were just talking to Coach Tommy, my goodness, the money that was raised for these jerseys was money well spent. These jerseys are absolutely gorgeous. They got the 100-year anniversary patch on the left side. They've got the light as the lights come on. They've got the American flag on the right arm. I believe is that Skylar coming in? Hey Chris, is that Skylar in? Is he in plane number 1 or is he okay? So Skylar Leone coming in as a pinch runner. So number 13 up to the plate. Now, number 13 on Buena's team was downtown Brandon Brown. He is, I don't believe he's participating in this game tonight. Not sure if he's participating in the American Legion thing after his amazing senior season. This is a different number 13 for Post 52. Fouls that first pitch back, 0-1. The American Legion Post from Oro Valley, wearing their maroon jerseys. Nice breaking ball, called strike. So a 2-strike count with 2 on and 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And a 1-0 game. The Sierra Vista team needing to get a run. That pitch goes in the dirt. Too bad it didn't get past that catcher because, again, there is a country mile between that home plate umpire and that backstop. It is way back there. And you could almost, if a runner on second has actually got the wheels and a head start, they could actually round third and go into home on a pass ball. And that goes low, outside. I believe that evens a count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So you got to make the pitcher work for it. And that's what they're doing here tonight as the lights come on at ARBENZ Field in Sierra Vista. Oh, we got some lineups?
The away team.
Oh, the away team's lineups. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's huge.
John Paul, thank you.
Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
Justin. So Espinoza, number 23, is on the mound for this team from Oro Valley, representing the Oro Valley American Legion. Great to get the lineups here and being able to share those with you. We want to promote these young student athletes. We know that we're going to see them just as much as Coach Tommy is. Well, maybe not just as much as he is, but... And they go, and that was fouled off. Okay, so runners were going on the 3-2, 2 down, and just barely got a piece of that. We'll send the runners back to first and second for number 13 at the bat for the Sierra Vista American Legion. Leave some love, by the way. I mean, and we got Independence Day coming up here, so many different activities where we get to celebrate our beautiful country. And as we just heard, the American Legion will be hosting things for the Army's 250th birthday celebration, doing some flag retirement ceremonies and incorporating new folks. And that is a 2-out walk. So back-to-back walks with 2 down. We'll load the bases here in the bottom of the first. Leave us some love in the live chat. Let us know where you're watching from tonight, as we're at ARBENZ Field just down from the city of Sierra Vista complex. Beautiful night for baseball as the weather finally feels like it's cooled down. I mean, it's probably like 90 degrees, but feels great. The pass ball, I told you it's going to go a country mile all the way to that backstop. And Skylar Leone has the wheels to be able to turn it into a 2 stolen base effort on pass ball, but decides to hold up at third. So now 2 runners in scoring position, but the game is tied. Both runs scored for each team happened on a passed ball. So they will have a meeting of the minds on the mound. The whole infield will come in as they will have a chat and talk about what is going on and what they want to do, how they want to protect those 2 runners from scoring. Thanks for tuning in tonight, wherever you're watching us from. Let us know in the live chat. We've got friends and family alike. So many people that we know and love in our community that support the American Legion and who are a part of the American Legion. I was recently in the Sons of the American Legion. I was a Sons of Legion because my dad served in the military and my grandparents served in the military. As a called strike right down the heart of the plate. Fastball, 0-1 count with 2 in scoring position with 2 down in a 1-1 game. Full windup for the pitcher from Oro Valley, and that, oh my goodness, Skylar's going to beat it. You know the wheels of Leon are coming around, and it is a 2-1 game on a wild pitch that the catcher couldn't keep in front of him. So all 3 runs in this 2-1 game have happened on either a wild pitch / passed ball opportunity with runners on third, and that advances the runner from second to third. And that'll scooch past as well. Will he beat the catcher? He does. It's 3-1. American Legion post 52. And that clears the bases. As he comes into the dugout and gets congratulated by his teammates. Some high fives and some slaps here and there and everywhere. It's the camaraderie of this team that basically is put together specifically for this purpose. It's not like it's an all-star team. It's just young students who were available, student athletes who were available to be a part of this thing. And that is another 2-out walk. So it brings up number 8 for post 52, our Sierra Vista American Legion team.
And Jeff, how long has it been since they had the last American Legion team? Did he actually
2 decades, 20 years is what he said. Yeah,
okay.
20 years ago was the last time that the American Legion had a baseball team
here in
Sierra Vista. And they brought it back thanks to people like Tommy Fernandez, thanks to people like Justin, thanks to so many different folks at the Legion who have made this possible. We have second called strike, so 0-2 count with 2 down, 1 on. I keep wanting to say Buena, but American Legion post 52 team answered that 1-0, that 1 run, and that's a called strike 3 at the knees. So that will retire the side. American Legion post 52 leaves 1 on, but answers that 1 run by Oro Valley with 3 of their own coming across the plate here at ARBENZ Field tonight. By the way, thank you so much to all the sponsors who make this game possible. You can see them all in the post description, but I'm going to tell you about some of them right now because I can. Thank you to SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. Just ran into Jason Bowling at an event that was a kind of a farewell for Jane Strain, one of the most powerful women in Sierra Vista history, who is going to be packing up and moving to be closer to her kids and grandkids. And we're going to have an exclusive interview with Jane, a live interview with her coming up this Thursday. I will get the times on that, but be looking for that. If you're fans of this community and the way this community is, it's because of people like Jane Strain who have been a part of education, who've been a part of veterans events, who've been a part of just community involvement in so many ways. And she is one of those movers and shakers over the course of her time here. She's been here just as long as I have. I think she came here in the early 90s. early to mid 90s or something like that. We're going to talk to her about that. But anyway, that just reminded me of all that fun here. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Justin just brought me over the lineup for our Sierra Vista Legion team. Thank you also to the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista, Cochise County. We're all backed by MORSE, and we will be at MORSE Ford tomorrow for our Vehicle of the Week. Stay tuned for that. Check the post description for all of our sponsors. We head to the top of the second inning. It is 3-1 American Legion Post 52, the Sierra Vista American Legion, versus the Cactus Cats team from Oro Valley, representing their American Legion there. It is their pitcher, Espinoza, at the plate, and he drives one just off the end of the bat, shallow center field, wrangled in by the second baseman. One pitch, one out here in the top of the second. And that will bring up the next batter for the Cactus Cats. That's what it says on their jersey. I was wondering what it said. I was wondering if it said like Oro Valley or something like that. This is Quijada coming up to the plate, number 00. So pitching from the stretch is the whoa, my goodness, that breaking pitch. What was that? Almost looked like an Ephus pitch, the way that was coming out. See, Todd knows that reference. I can use, these old school baseball references with Todd Ryan. He's a big nerd like I am when it comes to sports stuff. What a curve. Goodness gracious. Oh, and 2 count with one down, nobody on in a 3-1 game. From the stretch. And that's going to be a fastball that ends up, or splitter breaking ball of some sort. That kind of goes through the wickets of the catcher. So the Sierra Vista Post 52 athletes, their hats their blue hats have the number 52 on them. Oh, so 109. This VFW, I'm sorry, American Legion Post 109, Cactus Cats. They're actually on Game Changer right now too. So there's Game Changer going on. But who wants to watch Game Changer? There's no commentary there. So please, just stay tuned right here. It's going to be fun. We're all going to get through this together here in the top of the second inning. Looks like they have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen on the far side, does the Oro Valley American Legion team. And that breaking pitch goes low. So after getting ahead in the count 0-2, the count is now run full. Base is empty. Nobody on. Full count pitch. And that is a chopper that goes foul on the third base side. Tossed back to the pitcher. Is that number 15 or number 16 on the mound? I can't tell. I'm going to see. There is
Looks like 16.
Yeah, if it's 16, that is, I believe that's Harris. I can't see. Whoever wrote these names might not have penciled in hard enough. We have the carbon copy, so it's a little difficult to read that. And that breaking pitch gets banged into left field, going foul. So keeps the count full. Oh, no, it is Henderson, because his position is number 1. That's the pitcher position. So Henderson 15, and that is driven just past underneath the glove of the first baseman. A 1-out base hit. Boy, that was a tough at-bat. 0-0. Quijada hung in there in like a 10-pitch at-bat, and he earns his way to first base. Up next will be Lorta, I believe. Again, we have the carbon copy, so these folks who are writing down the lineups, not necessarily pushing as hard as they possibly could on their paper. No reason for them to. But a called strike on the first pitch, 0-1 count. As the moon continues to get brighter and brighter above us. Runner will go, And they throw down to second base, and he is nailed for out number 2. Great job by the catcher to throw that down. I'm not sure if Quijada thought it was a hit and run or if it looked like he kind of let up at a certain point. He wasn't running full speed all the way to the bag. It was a gorgeous throw down to the second base bag. And there are 2 down now. Nobody on. As that pitch goes high to Lorda. 2 balls, 1 strike to number 18. Who is the catcher, I believe, for the Cactus Cats. Beautiful fastball right at the knees. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Here in the top of the second. Deuces are wild, even without a scoreboard. And that goes inside. We'll run the count full. 100 years of celebrating American Legion baseball across these United States. You are a part of it live right here on Cool FM Live tonight. This beautiful Monday night and every Monday night moving forward. That is a sharp shot to center field going all the way back. Is there a wall back there? I don't even know if there's a wall, but the left fielder and right fielder and center fielder are chasing it down. Are they going to wave him home? No, they won't, but it will be a stand-up triple for Lorda. What a shot to right center field as they're down 3-1, but have a runner on third with 2 down now. And number 33, Salea, coming up to the plate. Pinch runner coming in for the American Legion team from Oro Valley. That is number 53. Felix is his last name. And how amazing that 20 years ago, when Sierra Vista did have an American Legion baseball team, the home plate umpire was the coach.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is an amazing connection.
Yeah.
Thinking about, again, what this community is. Sierra Vista and Cochise County. You know, we live in a community that has a lot of lifers. People like Jane String, you know, who've been here for 40 years, 30 years, you know, doing so much good in our community. And you got the home plate umpire who was a coach for the American Legion and helping out there. Chopper over to short, easy pick up and throw over to first for out number 3. That run that came across will not count as the side is retired. The American Legion post from Oro Valley will leave one on, get none across. It is still 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning in this game. 20 years in the making, but 100 years of tradition. Thank you to our sponsors, the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're looking to buy or sell your home or land, you make your first call to the real estate experts at the Sherry Ethel team. Their phone number is in the post description. Thank you to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community in all of Southern Arizona since 1963. Thank you to Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Their physical therapy department is open in Hereford with clinics in Bisbee and Douglas, providing the highest quality services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment with one of their physical therapy doctors today. You can see the phone number in the post description. Grasshopper Landscaping. Boy, I'll tell you what, this field actually looks pretty good. Looks in pretty good shape. But if you want your outdoor living space to have the greatest landscaping, you need our good friends at Grasshopper Landscaping, where you'll always find quality from the ground up. I will actually be on location at 6:30 a.m. sharp tomorrow morning to take a walk through of what the before video will be, as we get to see a Sierra Vista residence yard and get to talk to Taylor Trejo about the design and what's going to happen and what he expects. And then he's going to send me a text message, and we're going to go back in just a couple days, and we'll see what it turns into. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And if you need that outdoor living space of your dreams, you need to contact Ball. You need Grasshopper Landscaping. It's a good thing she was actually not 4 feet to the left, to our left, her right. And that is a bouncer to the shortstop, scooped up and tossed over to first. He had to come off the bag. So the leadoff hitter on here in the bottom of the second inning. It's a 3-1 game. Our boys in blue, our team in blue, leading 3-1. The American Legion Post 52 team in Sierra Vista. As they're going out to get the bat, making sure that's out of the field of play.
In my understanding, Jeff, this is just like a regular league. It's a nationwide league, and there can be a national champion out of this when the playoffs start.
True, when it's all said and done. Yeah, these aren't
there's
games
a structure
that count.
to this.
Yeah. These games, they're not just exhibition games for the sake of exhibition. There is a reason why you play. You play to win. As they show bunt, pulls back, guns down to first base, and he beats the tag because the first baseman was coming in on the shown bunt. Had the bunt not been shown, the first baseman would have been in perfect position to nail the runner on first. But instead, the bunt was shown, and the base runner makes it back to first, and now the base came off, it looks like. They have to readjust that. He came in and slid so hard into the bag, it came unglued.
And by the way, Jeff, we have a Papa John's pizza to give away to a random commenter at the end of the game.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All of our sports broadcasts this year.
Excellent. Well, glad that Papa John's is sponsoring that. So if you want your chance at a Papa John's pizza, make sure you leave a comment. And you will be entered to win. From the stretch, runner on first. Fouled back to the backstop, which is a mile away. I mean, that's how all 3 runs have scored thus far, have been on pass balls or wild pitches. Because if it gets by the catcher, it will be a long haul to get there. 2-strike count to number 2. Jordan, I believe is his name. With a runner on first. Here in the bottom of the second, a 3-1 lead for American Legion, post 52. Swing and a miss on the foul tip. That will be the first out of this inning. And that will bring up the top of the order. Cortez coming to the plate. So he steps into the batter's box with 1 out and 1 on. Boy, this breeze actually, my gosh, as hot as it was today, I couldn't imagine it feeling any better right now. Runner will go on a hit and run. Shortstop gets the ball, throws over to first for the force out, but it'll go down as a sacrifice, advancing the runner to second base. So, post 52, the Sierra Vista American Legion has a runner in scoring position and a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the second. Great to talk to the American Legion folks here about the history and legacy of this, and to be a part of something like this tonight. And again, you can join this every Monday night. Hang out. They'll have food here for sale. You can get some food and drinks and just hang out and enjoy this beautiful game of baseball.
So they play here every Monday?
That's what he said. Yeah. Every Monday they will be here for the next month.
Oh, for the next month. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
So they might have other away games over the course of their schedule, but
sure.
Mondays, I guess they'll be right here at ARBENZ Field.
7 o'clock start
which
time.
is right behind the pickleball courts here in Sierra Vista. And that's a grounder. Third baseman running in, not able to get the bare hand. Trying to bare hand it, but it took either an interesting bounce or he took a different angle on it. Not able to get there either way. So with 1 out, there's runners on the corners as number 16, Harris, comes to the plate. I think it's Harris. But a pinch runner coming in. So number 7, I'm not even going to try to read that name. It's just too hard to make out on this carbon copy here.
Maybe we can ask one of those.
If they got a pen, I could write them down for me. maybe in something that's a little bit more. I'm not saying it's illegible. I'm just saying that the carbon didn't take as good as it possibly could have. I mean, thank you to whoever wrote this. That is a sharp shot into right field, deep right field. It will score one, and it will go all the way to the wall. This could be a stand-up triple, or are they going to make him round? They will know. They will stop him at third base. A good call, but a two-run triple with one out increases the American Legion post 52 lead to 5-1 here in the bottom of the second.
Start getting loose. Start getting loose. Yes.
So Coach Tommy Fernandez from Buena High School coaching this team here. Number 15, the pitcher, Henderson, coming to the plate. And he just told one of his other players in the dugout to get loose, so maybe we'll see a new pitcher in the top of the third. So another run 90 feet away. And again, with this pitcher who's been a little wild at the plate, but my goodness, long, huge, mashed ball to right field that just went forever. Now, ARBENZ Field, this is where I want to say it was Berean's first season for football was played. You can see the soccer and football posts in the background. This was before they started playing over at Hampton Memorial Field. As Hampton was being built, they had a place to play, and it was literally right here, just in the outfield, in the right field, the center field.
And we had to run up and down
we did on the sidelines
to cover that.
Oh my goodness,
first season.
That was so crazy.
Oh my gosh. We were running around the players and the coaches.
We were the trainers and the water boys and water girls everywhere, just in everybody's way. I forgot about that. The adventures you take me on, Todd. Called strike three. So post 52 will leave one on, but not before two come across on that two-out triple. And that will take us to the top of the third. Thank you so much for watching this game. 100 years in the making, but 20 years since the last time we've seen it here in Sierra Vista, celebrating the 100th year of American Legion Baseball as Post 52 in Sierra Vista has their team here tonight. Thank you to our sponsors like Ginger's Title Services, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you, Allo Fiber, your new home team internet, TV, and phone provider. Visit allofiber.com to learn more about the Allo Fiber difference and become a fiber fan, now available in Sierra Vista. Thank you also to Right Way, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. They'll be working to earn your trust the right way. Happy to support these local athletic broadcasts. Thank you also to SoCi. Every play, every pass, every goal this season, they're with us every step of the way. At SoCi, they believe in rising to the occasion. When the pressure's on, they say challenge accepted. Join them in backing your favorite Cochise County team, because together we are unstoppable. SoCi, supporting our community, supporting our team. Learn more at SoCi.com. Thank you to American Southwest Credit Union. If you live or work in Southern Arizona, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates and personalized service at ascu.org. Join the credit union that supports your community. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. And, of course, thank you to Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista for 45 years, serving our community with great pizza, wings, and sandwiches. They wish good luck to all of our local teams and athletes, and they are proud to support this live stream sports coverage here on Cool FM Live, and they hope to see you soon at Vinny's. You can see all of our sponsors in the post description. Take some time to do that. Take some time to find their social media. Send them a quick message of love and appreciation saying, hey, thanks for sponsoring this game here tonight. As we get going to the top of the third inning, the Sierra Vista American Legion team leads 5-1. As number 8 comes to the plate, the bottom of the order, Campazano heading to the plate for the American Legion team from Oro Valley, wearing the maroon jersey tops. And what's cool about the American Legion Post 52, the Sierra Vista team, not only is it Buena blue colors, but they got the pinstripes. You know, there's something classy about pinstripes. That is going foul, foul, foul. So everybody's got a heads up there. Boom. Ball bounces, bring it back, get a snack. I don't know if they do that here, but there's no snack shack other than the food that they're selling, but not sure if they'll actually give away some food for bringing a foul ball back. Maybe they will. That goes high for a ball. From Henderson, number 15 on the mound. I keep wanting to say for Buena, but this is for the Sierra Vista American Legion team. And that is a shot into left field. Left fielder gauging it, finding it, and collecting and making the catch. One out here in the top of the third. This is a 7-inning game, just like a normal game that you would see. And as Todd said earlier, these games do count. These are not just exhibition games between teams representing the American Legions in their respective cities or areas. This is a game that will count toward a record that could put either one of these teams into the American Legion National Championship. Kind of crazy. So now officially at the bottom of the order, I believe it's Pacheco at the plate for the Oro Valley American Legion team. That goes high. It is a little bit more laid back. I don't know. It just feels a little more laid back here. It doesn't feel as intense as a high school baseball game, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not like that. I'm sure every player is competing to the ultimate level. But I mean, you know, you usually don't see the coaches just kind of hanging outside the dugout and talking. Usually they're inside the dugout. But that goes low and away. But a decent crowd here tonight as well. You know, so many people lining up the left field line here right next to us. And the stands have dozens and dozens of people in. That'll be a one-out walk.
Well, history's being made, Jeff. First time in 20 years, American Legion has a team.
Well, history being made again on Cool FM Live. Yeah. I mean, that's something that we're fortunate to have broadcast on several occasions, whether it be the very first Buena High School girls flag football game, whether it be the very first championship game of Berean, watching them go all the way to becoming the state champs in the CAA. You know, there's a lot of famous firsts that we've been fortunate to be a part of here at the award-winning Cool FM Sports. I still have that baseball. I toss it to myself every day. The baseball that I was given when I officially claimed us as award-winning. There, that's a sharp shot to third base. Looking to turn two. They go to second. Oh, not able to get the ball out of his glove. Transition from his glove to his throwing hand. So it will be forced out at second, but not able to complete the double play action. So 2 down with 1 on, and number 1 coming to the plate. That's Acuna coming to the plate for the Cactus Cats, the American Legion of Oro Valley in the house. Making that drive about hour and a half, probably more than an hour and a half if they're driving a bus. Or I don't know if they don't have a team bus, do they? I'm looking around here they might have just driven down individually, or the family members drove down, or they might have carpooled. Or maybe the American Legion set them up with some chauffeurs. But I don't see any sort of van or bus. Runner goes, swing and a miss. And batter interference. So the batter is called out on batter interference, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So a stolen base attempt leads to batter interference, and the player who slid into second, now limping, he came into second really hard, and now I don't know if he's going to be able to get off the field without help, without assistance. So no runs come across for the Oro Valley American Legion team, as the Post 52 Sierra Vista American Legion team will head into the bottom of the 3rd with that 5-1 lead. And again, that player's just standing there, not even moving. That was a hard hit at second that he came in all for nothing because of the batter interference at the plate. Looks like we have a new pitcher coming in for the Cactus Cats. That's number 34, Hollenbeck. So Hollenbeck coming in to take some warm-up throws. As this post-52 team, the Sierra Vista American Legion, will see a brand new pitcher. Wow, great motion. Good fastball. As the batter who will be up first and in the on-deck circle, scouting out that pitcher right now while they're standing here outside the dugout. Thank you again to all the sponsors who make this coverage possible. SSVEC, MORSE Automotive Group, the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, Barnett's Towing and Propane, and Copper Queen Community Hospital, all across Cochise County. You can see them all in that post description. Leave some love in the live chat for Todd Ryan, holding this camera, holding the gimbal. So still, so steady. Rock steady.
For now, anyway. You caught me at a good moment.
It's the bottom of the third. We've got a little ways to go. I assume that if this is like high school baseball, there are 7 innings, which I've been informed there are. I assume that the mercy rule would be the same. So if this American Legion post-52 Sierra Vista team can end up getting 6 runs and have a 10-run lead by the 5th inning, that this game would be called, or a 15-run lead in the 4th inning, this game would be called. Not saying that they're going to do that. I'm not sure. It's going to take a big effort by them to do that, but they've shown that they can put it in. Here, as they have a comfortable 5-1 lead in the bottom of the third as they come to the plate leading off the bottom of the third.
And going for their first win of this inaugural season because they lost last week.
That's right.
In Tucson.
So having them get here and have their friendly confines of ARBENZ Field, obviously they're coming out with the bat swinging. Scored 3 in the bottom of the first, 2 in the bottom of the second. Now looking to add to it a little bit more. Full moon still rising and that foul ball going back. Two balls, 1 strike from the new pitcher for the Oro Valley team. That is high off the arm of Hollenbeck. So it'll be 3 balls, 1 strike. Watches that go inside for ball 4. A leadoff walk for the Sierra Vista American Legion. That will bring up number 11, Fields. Isn't it interesting, a baseball player with the last name of Fields?
Yeah.
Would that be like a basketball player with the last name of Courts? Or a tennis player with the last name of Courts? Oh yeah, he needs. So the foul balls that have gone away, the umpires here only have a limited supply, so they ask that the players chase the balls or the fans bring them back. So we're not allowed to keep them as souvenirs. Maybe after the game, but that's going to be a called strike, high fastball. 1 on, no outs, 5-1 lead for the team in blue. Our American Legion post-52 team. The first time in 20 years. And that's a sharp shot going up into the gap over the glove of the shortstop. The runner will round second, slide into third base, safe, and stays there. Great effort by Esquer coming from first, rounding second at full speed and sliding into third. And on that throw to third, that advanced Fields to second base. So 2 runners in scoring position for post 52. As number 8 comes to the plate, Luna. It is 5-1. The team that's at the plate right now, post 52. That is fouled off. Is it going to hit that truck? Oh, he almost caught it in his hat. That would have been amazing.
My brother. That's my brother.
Oh, it's your brother over there? Dude, he almost caught that in his hat. That's great. And that is a pass ball that's going to go a country mile and score easily 6-1. And that also advances Fields to third base. So another runner 90 feet away. With no outs here in the bottom of the third. Luna at the plate. And that ball goes in the dirt. That's the last thing you want to do, is have a ball go in the dirt here. It is a given that a base will be stolen on a pass ball.
Yeah, I would not want to be a catcher.
No,
on this field.
no. This field, you will pay. You will pay. And I mean, even if you're an outfielder, the outfield doesn't even look like they're playing that far back. I'm like, my gosh, if the ball gets by you, you got to cross a football field to go get it in center and in right. So a walk will put runners on the corners and bring up number 4, Moore. Is that like number 4 is Moore? Is that like if you were McGee, you'd be number 3? Moore, the southpaw, comes into the opposite side of the batter's box as the runner goes, and they will send the runner home, but the ball is overthrown into center field. Fields will score easily. It is 7-1, post 52, with another runner in scoring position on second. The bottom of the third, adding more runs here, just like they did in the bottom of the first and the bottom of the second. They're enjoying this home team feel, this hometown feel, this hometown welcome, looking for their very first win in 20 years. No, they haven't had a 0-500 record in 20 years. This is the first time they're playing in 20 years. This is what a special crop of kids. What an opportunity for them. This is one of those jerseys that you get where it's like, I'm keeping this jersey. This jersey will always be in my possession. It's got my name on it. It's got the 100-year patch on one arm, got the American flag on the other arm. You're playing for pride. You're playing for country. You're playing for veterans. I mean, you're playing for the legacy of those who played 100 years of American Legion baseball. That is a hit by pitch. It looked like a breaking pitch that broke way too hard, way too fast. So 2 on now for post 52. Did I say 8? Is it 8 runs that they have? I think it's 8. I think it's 8-1. I can double check. There is no scoreboard here. I'm already losing count. That's not a good sign in the bottom of the third, but it's only because they're putting up so many runs here. It's making it difficult to keep track. But I believe it's 8-1. And remember, you can leave a comment in this post while we're live, and you will have a chance to win a Papa John's pizza. One lucky commenter will win. Use the hashtag, I want to win a free pizza thanks to Cool FM Live Sports. Use that hashtag. Very easy.
Yeah, I like that.
Very simple.
Good suggestion.
Yeah, very simple to do. Or just use the hashtag pizza. That's a fastball, low. It's Coach Tommy Fernandez asking his pitcher how he feels, just to see if he wants to come back in to pitch another inning or if they want to hand off to a reliever in the top of the fourth. That pitch is high. 2 on. Is there even an out in this inning? I don't even remember now. I don't know if there is.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And even the home plate umpire coming out to have a chat with the pitcher. We've seen this home plate umpire many, many times. A very calm personality, someone who wants to help the kids succeed, help these young student athletes succeed. And I'm not sure why he went out there to have a chat with them, maybe just to calm them down, or either way, very friendly. 3 balls, no strikes. And this post 52 team with a massive lead. I believe it's 8-1, no outs. That'll be a called strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 on, no outs. Probably. And that's going to be a called strike at the knees. That will run the count full. On number 2, Jordan, as he watches that go outside. And that will load the bases for the leadoff hitter, Cortez, coming to the plate I believe there's no outs, and I believe it's an 8-1 lead already. And the entire infield will come in as it appears Hollenbeck's day is done on the mound. He will head back to center field. Tough day at the office for that young man. But a new pitcher coming in for the Oro Valley team representing their local American Legion. Someone texted me and said their game is on Game Changer. So, if you want to watch the Game Changer feed, you jerk. No, I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Glad you guys are watching. Again, thanks to all the sponsors that make this possible. And thanks to our American Legion doing so much good for veterans in the community. We were just there on Saturday to talk about their Vet Fest that literally raises anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 each year over the last 5 years. It's amazing what has happened and how they're able to raise the funds because of the community support and the support and of the veteran community, and the fact that every single penny this year went straight to the Warrior Healing Center. That will be having a very large event coming up the weekend before the 4th of July. They'll be having their 4th of July street fair, or pre-4th of July street fair. Then that is to benefit the Warrior Healing Center, right in the backyard of the Warrior Healing Center, in the alleyway between the Warrior Healing Center and Doc's and Punchy's, right there on that bar road that you would see on Frontage Road. It's actually behind there, but behind Paseo San Luis, there is a big alleyway. And that whole alleyway, Todd and I were there for, 3.5 hours, doing a 3.5-hour live stream because you just wouldn't stop. You were a machine that day, Todd. For some reason, you were just the Energizer Bunny that just kept going and going. And we wanted to get the watermelon seed spitting contest in. We wanted to get the
hot dog eating.
Yeah, hot dog and the pie eating and all the other fun content. It's a fun 4th of July event. And I believe it was free to enter those things. So if nothing else, you came there. If you came hungry, you could enter the hot dog eating contest and have some free lunch.
Stand Up for Freedom.
Yeah, Stand Up for Freedom Street
is what
Fair.
it's called.
Yes, thank you.
And you're going to be back again this year, right?
Oh,
Jeff?
sure. Oh, sure. Where else am I going to be, Todd? I have nowhere to be. I have nothing.
I think they have
Nothing
one
going
less
on, but-
contest this year. I don't think they're doing the hot dog eating contest this year.
Well, that's a shame. Who doesn't want to see people throw up hot dogs? I mean, come on. That's no.
But the watermelon
seed spitting.
They're definitely having that one.
Well, I think that's Mark's favorite. I mean, Mark will never let that go. He will keep that one in for sure, no matter what happens. That will be a legacy event. And he keeps talking about the world record for watermelon seed spitting was, I don't know, like the equivalent of a football field. And I'm like, Mark, I don't think that's possible. No, it is the record, Jeff. It's the record. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. He can correct me. I'm sure it's not 300 feet. But it's something crazy like that.
I guess we could Google it.
It's something insane. Yeah, let's try it.
Let's try and Google it. We'll see.
Let's try.
I'm going to guess.
Bases are loaded here. Okay.
I'm going to guess like 50 or.
I was going 70. I was going 70.
Go as high
yeah.
as 70. I was going to say 55.
Hey Siri, what's the world record for watermelon seed spitting? 75 feet 2 inches.
Ooh.
Look at that. Oh, there it went. It just left. It was there for a second and then it left. Siri
Siri
said,
right.
I'm only going to show you for 2 seconds and then it's going to leave. 75 feet 2 inches. That's someone spit a watermelon seed. That pitch goes high from the new pitcher.
It's got to be one big dude with one big
lung
chest.
capacity. Yeah, to really, hawk that thing 75 feet. I can't imagine that. I mean, how far is that? That's 25 yards? Because it's 3 feet in a yard. And if it's 20 yards, it would be 60, 25. I mean, that is insane. That's like from here to the pitcher. And that is a fly ball into short center field. Center fielder coming in. And they tell him to get back, and he does. Good call by third base and head coach Tommy Fernandez, because the center fielder had that on a line, came in on the run, and was able to snag that and had a great throw in. So I believe that's the first out of the inning. It is number 6, Valenzuela, on the mound for the Oro Valley American Legion team as number 14. Garrett comes to the plate for our Sierra Vista American Legion team, leading 8-1 with the bases loaded and, I believe, 1 out. Full windup. And that is going to be called strike. Low and in, but a strike nonetheless. 2 umpires here umping this game. They've got to have all their eyes, all their focus. And that is going to be fouled back as that goes back over the backstop. So a 2-strike count on Garrett. And the pitch. And that is a called strike 3. So that is the 2nd out. My goodness, Todd, they loaded the bases with no outs, and now just like that, there's 2 outs. And it will bring up Harris, number 16. So runners will go on any contact. Full windup and pitch. And that is high. Now, initially, in the first 2 innings, all the runs were scored on passed balls. But ever since then, it's been big swings like that. My goodness. Swinging at something up at his eyeballs. You see that fastball coming in and just kind of rises up just enough to get over the top of that bat. Bases are juiced. Good stance by the catcher for him to pop up like that. If he would have been down in a full crouch, he would not have been able to get up and get that ball. He was almost in like a lunge position, but squatted down in a lunge rather than a typical catcher's position like he's in right now. I don't know if he would have been. Now he switches to that. Very interesting catcher movement by the Oro Valley American Legion Cactus Cats team. So 2 down, bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Deuces wild. And that is a called strike 3. So post 52 will leave 3 on, but not before a few come across, and I believe makes the score 8-1. I'll have to get that verified.
Is it 8-1?
Is it 8-1? Okay, thank you. I was able to keep track. Yeah. Todd, I can't believe it. There's been so many runs. I've talked about so much. I can't keep track of this.
Well, when there's no scoreboard.
When there's no scoreboard, it makes it a little bit more challenging. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, it is a beautiful night for baseball, and I thought, we got to wear a hat that represents our country right there. And I've got my Cardinals salute to service hat. I've got a couple of these through the years, and getting that American flag feeling here. All these players on their right arms of their jerseys. The beautiful jerseys for our post-52 team has the American flag on the right, and then on their left arm, if you're just joining us, it is the 100th anniversary, 100 years of American Legion baseball across these United States. There is a patch commemorating that on their left shoulder. It's Jeff Davenport and Todd Ryan with you here on a beautiful Monday night at ARBENZ Field in Sierra Vista. Thank you guys so much for joining us and hanging out with us tonight. Be sure to leave a comment in the live chat because one lucky commenter will end up getting a free Papa John's pizza going to one lucky commenter. So leave a comment in that post description. And while you're there, or in the comment section, and while you're there, check the post description for all of our fantastic sponsors who make this coverage possible. We got sponsors like Grasshopper Landscaping. I'll be seeing them early tomorrow morning. Be watching for that video at 6:30 a.m. Set your alarms right now to wake up with me at 6:30 at a Sierra Vista home to take a before look at what's going on with Grasshopper Landscaping and the project that they're going to be working on. Thank you to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista. Thank you to Aloe Fiber. Boy, seeing them all over town today. Seeing them all over town today. Get it? All over town. All over town today. They're everywhere, getting all their things plugged in, Todd.
And they also are now offering phone service. They've got some really low phone packages through Aloe
for
Fiber.
cell phones.
For cell phones.
Wow,
as low as $14 in some cases.
Oh my gosh.
Depending on the service.
What are we doing? What are we doing paying $60, $70, $80 for cell phone monthly service so we can get it at Aloe Fiber? Contact them for more information. Thank you to Right Way, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. You can see all the sponsors in the post description. Number 34 will come up to the plate. That's Hollenbeck, who had a tough day at the office on the mound to start the bottom of the third. We are in the top of the fourth. It is 8-1. American Legion post 52. Our Sierra Vista American Legion with that big lead. Breaking ball doesn't break enough off the arm of Henderson. Still on the mound for our Sierra Vista American Legion. Another breaking pitch there. Just working on the breaking ball, I guess. May as well. And again, 20 years. 20 years since a victory, and we are on our way to victory tonight for the Sierra Vista American Legion. Oh, wow. Sharp shot to center right as I say that. And that is going to go all the way to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. It's a football field back there. So that is a leadoff triple, and he's not looking. The third base coach was sending him home. It is an inside the park home run leadoff homer by Hollenbeck, making up for any pitching that he had that was not going his way on the mound. He more than made up for it on an inside the park home run after stopping for 4 seconds at third base. Comes around, makes it 8-2. Here in the top of the fourth. Boy, if you are an Oro Valley fan, that is something you definitely want to see more of tonight. That brings up Zazueta, number 27, the southpaw in the batter's box for the Oro Valley American Legion team. Called ball. Again, if that ball gets behind you as a catcher or behind you as an outfielder, you are in trouble. This field is just way too big. That's going to call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Beautiful Monday evening under the Monday night lights of ARBENZ Field in Sierra Vista. From the stretch. Wow, breaking pitch, waiting on that, going all the way over to second base, getting the throw to first in time. What a fantastic play by the defense of post 52, forcing that out at first. 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Yeah, that was great. A great play. Backhanded and thrown over to first base. Number 23 at the plate, Espinoza for the Cactus Cats of the American Legion in Oro Valley. That goes by. Again, no runners on, so no worries there with the pass ball. That's okay. But I believe they're still low on baseballs, making sure to get as many baseballs back in the pockets of the home plate umpire as possible. Chasing down all the foul balls. Now with the sun down, and if it goes out in the dark, it might be tough to spot. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1 out, nobody on. 8-2 game with post 52 in the lead. Sierra Vista American Legion. If you're not a part of if you're a veteran and you're not a part of the American Legion, boy, they want you to be a part of them. They want to be there for you. You need that friendship, that camaraderie, those battle buddies that speak a language that only you speak as a veteran. They are there waiting for you over at the American Legion. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2. Espinoza driving it into left field, bouncing right in front of the left fielder. A 1-out single. Will bring up Quijada to the plate, 0-0. He'll head into the batter's box for the Cactus Cats. As we're in the top of the fourth. Quarter past the hour of 8 o'clock here in Sierra Vista, Arizona at ARBENZ Field. Runner goes on the first pitch. Slides in safe. So, runner in scoring position for the Cactus Cats, with only one out. And this inning was led off by an inside the park home run. Now showing bunt. That will bring the infield in, pulls back. And on a breaking pitch, those are the kind of pitches that you can steal the base on. If it's a 50-mile-an-hour pitch instead of a 70 or 75-mile-an-hour pitch, it takes a lot longer to get to home plate, to get to that catcher. He's got to wait for the ball to come all the way in to make that throw, and that is lined to short, scooped up beautifully, thrown over to first base, 2 down. Runner holds at second. Great job by, again, this defense. The second baseman and the shortstop getting in the action. Remember, if you'd like to enter for a chance to win a free Papa John's pizza, leave a comment during our live stream, and you'll be entered to win. One random lucky winner will be drawn. As that's called, strike at the knees to number 18, Lorda. Runner in scoring position, but 2 outs. Coach Tommy shifting the outfield defense. And that breaking pitch, my goodness. In there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second, 2 down. Looking to throw it high, and that almost is a pitch out. But the runner was not going. And now the home plate umpire having some words with the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. From the stretch, the pitch. And that's going to be a breaking pitch that went up high. Interesting pitch selection. 2 down. 2-2. The count. Runner on second. Deuce is wild. Oh, tried to get him to go on that breaking pitch in the dirt. Will run the count full, being ahead 0-2. Then now at 3-2 with 2 down. Full count. The payoff pitch coming from the stretch. And that is a shot down the right field line. Foul. So Espinoza will head back to second base. Lorda ripped that one. My goodness. And that stayed fair. That would have probably gone into that soccer net that you see back there. And I don't know if that counts as a ground rule double, as like interference of some sort. And that is a hit by pitch on a 3-2 count. Lorda will get to first base the hard way. And that will bring up Salea. And Coach Tommy will come out and have a chat with his pitcher after giving up an inside the park home run, getting a couple of quick outs, and then they'll come out and have a chat. Not sure if we're going to make a pitching change here with 2 down and 2 on, or if it's just a chance to let him relax as Coach Tommy comes out. We spent a lot of time with Coach Tommy over the course of this baseball season, watching the Buena baseball team have their magical, historic season. 20 wins by Buena High School had not been done even in the memory of the recollection, I should say, not in memory of, but in the recollection of former head baseball coach Mark Schaefer, who was there for 40 years and did not ever remember having a 20-win team. He thought it could have been sometime in the 80s. So Henderson will stay in for Buena as Salea comes to the plate with 2 outs, 2 on. And we'll see if the chat with Henderson pays off. Beautiful breaking pitch, called strike. 0-1. Breeze is blowing out toward center field, left center field, kind of across and out. That breaking pitch, framed by the catcher. Salea thought that was heading for his head. He ducked out of the way as it broke. There must be just a ton of break on that pitch. From the stretch. Beautiful fastball, and they're going to call that a ball on the outside part of the plate. Looking to get out of the top of the fourth here, maintaining their 8-2 lead, but 2 are on. That pitch is high, so 3-ball count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitter's pitch coming. Henderson awaits the signal from his catcher, gets it from the stretch. And that is fouled off, so we'll have a full count. Runners will be going. Hopefully nobody's car got hit. I think I parked far enough away. I parked over in the regular lot over here, so my car should be fine. For those who care. Full count. 2 down to double Trey. And that goes inside for ball 4. And that will be the end of the day for Henderson, not able to get out of the inning. So Coach Tommy will come in. As it looks like number 7 will be coming in. I don't know if he's going to be pitching, but a round of applause coming from, a smattering of applause, I should say, coming from some of the fans here for the post-52 pitcher. Again, only giving up 2 runs. But the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And so they're not going to take any chances. No, it is actually number 9. It's Cortez on the mound. They're doing a double switch, bringing in a pitcher and then switching out an infielder. So Cortez getting some reps in on the mound tonight for American Legion Post 52. Be sure to leave a comment in this live stream and you will be entered to win a Papa John's pizza. We all love Papa John's. And you'll love having it for free if you're the random winner drawn. So leave a comment. Todd, you need a drink? You want a drink, Todd?
Not much in there.
Careful, careful. There's ants on there. Careful, you got ants on the cup itself. Here, I'm trying to knock them off here. Do you want some water? I can give you some of mine. Okay. Nowhere near as hot as the last time Todd and I called a baseball game. That was a warm day at the office up in Phoenix when we were up there for the 2A playoffs and ended up having you hanging on the edge of a fence that was 10 feet high just to get a good shot while I'm calling the game below you. As it was the Bisbee-Benson game that we called up there in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
When Benson ended up beating Bisbee and going on to that
Hey, you guys know where stuff is?
big game against Tombstone. That's called strike. Beautiful fastball at the knees. Strike 1. 2 down. Bases loaded. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Jeff Davenport, Todd Ryan. It's an 8-2 game, but boy, they could put a dent in to this lead with 1 swing. Watch as that go high. That fastball has some smoke on it. From the stretch. Pitch. That goes outside. 3 straight fastballs, 2 balls, 1 strike. For Cortez on the mound. The new pitcher. A walk scores a run. And that's fouled off, foul ball, foul ball. Just making sure we call it out for any folks behind us. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, bases loaded. Cortez from the stretch. And that is hit by a pitch at the ankles, inside fastball, and that will score a run, making it 8-3. So not the way Cortez wanted to start his pitching tonight. Giving up a run on a hit by pitch on a 2-2 count.
Go, we got two.
And now the catcher and pitcher, the twain shall meet just in front of the mound here at ARBENZ Field on this fine Monday night under the Monday night lights. Almost the bottom of the hour here in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Thanks for joining us. We're in the top of the 4th. This game started at 7 o'clock, almost an hour and a half in. And we'll have to see how the bats of our post-52 team, the Sierra Vista American Legion team, answer in the bottom of the 4th. When they get there, if they get there, I mean, this is taking a lot longer than they wanted to. Cortez gets the signal from the stretch. Called strike at the knees. Again, he's just throwing smoke, throwing heat.
Good right there.
Outfield is shifted toward left. And that's called strike at the knees. Getting ahead. A 2-strike count from Cortez. Bases loaded. 2-strike count. That goes in the dirt. Oh, thank goodness that did not get past the catcher. Again, if you're just joining us, there is so much room. Any passed ball will advance a runner. There's no chance to stop a runner from advancing on a pass ball. The backstop is just too far back. So still a 2-strike count for Cortez on the mound for post 52. Oh, the ball gets past. It's going to the side of the backstop and sliding in. That makes it 8-4. I think 8-4. I think the lead is cut in half now. I'm getting confirmation from my analysts here on the side, my rules experts on the side here. Thank you guys. 8-4. A tough inning for the team in blue tonight. The team in blue is post 52. And that is a shot right back at Cortez, who snags it out of the air. And that will retire the side, but not before 3 runs come across for the team from Oro Valley, cutting the lead in half. We head to the bottom of the 4th, and it is 8-4. Thank you so much to our sponsors who make this coverage possible. You can see them all in the post description, like Right Way. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. Thank you to SOCI at SOCI.com. Thank you to American Southwest Credit Union. Experience better rates and personalized service all at the palm of your hand at ASCU.org. And thank you to Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista, serving the community for 45 years with great pizza, wings, and sandwiches. And they wish good luck to all of our local teams and athletes, and proud to support this live stream sports coverage here on Cool FM Live. Thank you also to SSVEC and the MORSE Automotive Group. Remember, we will be at MORSE Ford tomorrow morning for the Vehicle of the Week. We'll see what they have lined up for us. Always love to see the incredible selection of vehicles that we get to see at all the different MORSE dealerships all across Sierra Vista. Our adventures will take us right there to the corner of Fry and 92 tomorrow morning. So the lead has been cut in half. And the pitcher on the mound for the Cactus Cats is number 6, Valenzuela. So Valenzuela coming in to pitch for the team representing the Oro Valley American Legion. It is American Legion time for the first time in 20 years here in Sierra Vista. After a 20-year hiatus, the Sierra Vista team that has not seen the first win yet this American Legion season, they're looking for it tonight. They had a big 8-1 lead that was just cut in half in the top of the fourth. We're in the bottom of the fourth as number 7 comes to the plate. For American Legion Post 52. And if you missed early on in the game, we were talking to Robert, one of the heads of the American Legion Post 52, and I guess the president, is he the president of the Legion?
The American Legion rider.
Oh, okay. And
yeah.
But just a great guy and does so much with the Legion, and just a fantastic opportunity to chat with him and learn more about what the Legion does. Called strike on the inside part of the plate for Mason, number 7.
Hey, run that out, you're there.
That was off the fist. I think he might be able to run it out. He is safe at first. Hustling down the line and getting in safe at first base. Mason, a leadoff infield single. Will bring up number 13. Esquer at the plate. Big overhand fastball. Fouled back. Oh, and 1 count to Esquer. Mason on first. Oh, showing bunt, but pulling back. No, they're saying he went. So no balls, 2 strikes. Saying he did not pull that bunt back fast enough. And that breaking pitch breaks a little bit out of the strike zone. Good eye by Esquer. Fields in the on-deck circle. As they push Mason back over to first. As you can see, the dust kicked up. It is blowing out toward right field. There's this breeze. Throw back down to first base. That catcher has a rifle for an arm for this Oro Valley team. Unbelievable arm. I mean, even from his knees, from his catcher's position squat, he's rifling that ball in. And that is a call. Strike 3 to Esquer. 1 down, bottom of the fourth. An 8-4 lead for Post 52. Fields comes up to the plate. Number 11 gets the sign from his head coach, standing on third base, or in the third base coach's box position, I should say. 1 on, 1 down. Runner will go, and that is a slap hit up to shallow center, and they're going to try to get this force And now they're going to send him back because of the overthrow. No, if that catcher's back there, he's got an absolute cannon for a gun, or cannon for an arm, I should say. So the runner's forced back to first, 2 down. As Schuyler comes to the plate. So Mason's still on first with 2 outs. Home plate umpire coming out to pass the ball off, getting his steps in. You know, I mean, you got to be doing that when you're the home plate umpire. You're in that squat position, you're not getting your steps in, Todd. Got to make sure you know that pedometer is not on your wrist for nothing. You know, you got to make sure get your steps in.
That's right.
I mean, these kids, these young athletes, they're getting their steps in, but the umpires, especially a home plate umpire, not getting his steps in. So Schuyler at the plate. 2 down, 1 on. Team in blue leads 8-4. That pitch is way high. And again, it's Valenzuela on the mound for the Oro Valley American Legion team. Schuyler's dad, Chris Leon, just right down about 10 yards, well, less than 10 yards to our left. Filming his son, getting some game film for him. It's a called strike. I believe it's 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Schuyler gets on. You know he's always a threat to steal a base. That was inside. That fastball was coming right at him. Backed out of the way. Should be a 3-1 count now. Hitter's pitch coming to Schuyler. From the stretch. Gets a piece of it. That'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Schuyler. Once again, they keep running down these baseballs, making sure the home plate umpire has enough. Runner will go with 2 down and a full count. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside heat. Will retire the side. Post 52 leaves 1 on. Doesn't get any across. And the score remains 8-4 through 4 innings here at ARBENZ Field under the Monday night lights just past the bottom of the hour in Sierra Vista, Arizona. We are so glad to be bringing you this game here this evening. 20 years in the making, celebrating 100 years of American Legion baseball, bringing this American Legion baseball back to our community. What is this? What is American Legion baseball? It's basically high school age baseball players who are eligible to be able to play for the American Legion and represent their American Legion respectfully from Oro Valley across the way and our Sierra Vista team right here tonight. And while it seems like this would be an exhibition season, something that maybe wouldn't amount to much of anything, that is actually far from the case, because one of these teams could possibly be going on to a American Legion National Championship. This thing goes all the way to the top. It is nationwide. It's been going on 100 years. This is the 100th anniversary of the American Legion. And, you know, Todd and I were both there when the American Legion baseball started 100 years ago. And boy, we remember those games really, really well. They were a lot of fun to watch, a little interesting dynamics going on at the time, but a little bit different in today's game. But still, just like 100 years ago, no scoreboard. So, I mean, we're doing this all from memory here. It's 8-4, and we're just hanging out with you at ARBENZ Field, doing the best that we possibly can. Thank you so much for all your support. And remember, if you leave a comment anywhere during this chat, you will be entered to win a Papa John's pizza. What's going on? You got
entering right now.
Exactly. Just leave a comment. That's all you got to do. Just leave a comment and you'll be entered to win. I think I got an ant crawling up on. We've got some ants around here because Todd brought a soft drink, and of course they're.
And I spilled it.
Yeah, and got the sugar everywhere.
Now you're gonna ask yourself, why did you bring that?
Well, exactly. Yeah, why did I bring Todd? Well, because I don't want to hold the camera. Todd does much better at that than I do. Actually, Todd does everything better than I do. So I'm the lucky one to be here. I'm the lucky one to be here. Valenzuela leading off the top of the 5th inning. Called strike off the arm of Cortez. This game 1 hour and 40 minutes old. And we are in the 5th inning. A lot of base running opportunities for both teams. Again, a high score, 8-4. You got 12 combined runs. You're going to have a lot of time in the field. And again, here at ARBENZ, you do not want to be the catcher getting a ball behind you, and you do not want to be an outfielder getting a ball behind you. You're going to be chasing after it a long way. 2 balls, 1 strike to Valenzuela. Leading off here in the top of the 5th inning. Leave some love in the live chat for Todd Ryan. That is a called strike. I was thinking about Todd Ryan being one of my best friends, and then it made me think of Sheriff Mark Daniels, another one of my best friends. I saw him today. He was at James Strain's going away event at Cochise College. He popped in to say a few words.
Yeah, hard to believe she's leaving the area, Jeff. Jane Strain, been here forever.
Local legend, and we will talk to her on Thursday right here on Cool FM Live. And that is a called strike 3. That strikeout brought to you by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Will the Sierra Vista American Legion Post 52 team be able to put this thing away? Get through a couple more innings. As numero 1 comes to the plate for the Cactus Cats, Acuna. That's a shot to center field. Center fielder going back and makes the catch. Great job squaring up, finding that ball. I don't know how you find a pitch like or find a hit like that. Absolutely crazy, but just like that, 2 outs. And a lot of action has happened with 2 outs. So I'm not going to say we're going to get a 3 up, 3 down inning, or they're looking for it, though. As number 34, Hollenbeck, comes to the plate. He had a leadoff inside the park home run during the top of the 4th. And here he is in the top of the 5th, looking to do some more damage here and possibly cut into that lead. He gets a huge piece of that, going to right center field, but the center fielder tracks it down, makes the catch. It is 3 up, 3 down. And we will head to the bottom of the 5th. Center field getting some action tonight. As Coach Tommy gets the whole team together, we're going to see them all come together and watch them huddle up here. He's waiting for the outfielders to come in. Absolutely. As you see Coach Tommy talking to his team here with an 8-4 lead. They call for the sticks. Will they get them? We certainly hope so. It is a fantastic night here at ARBENZ Field. Jeff Davenport and Todd Ryan hanging out with you this evening. Right now, I'm behind the camera and on the call. Todd had some texts that he got and had to return, so he's working on that while I'm hanging out here. I just got a text notification in my pocket, or my phone is happy to see me. One or the other, not sure, but just here to have a good time this evening, supporting the American Legion. 100 years of American Legion baseball, and you can see the American flag on the right arm of the jerseys. All the jerseys have that flag on the right arm, but on the left arm, there is a patch that signifies the 100-year legacy of American Legion baseball in our country. So 100 years, coming up on the 250th birthday of the United States Army, 100 years of American Legion baseball going on this season. I believe it is 8-4. You got it. So full wind up and pitch from Valenzuela, still on the mound for the team representing the American Legion out of Oro Valley. And that is a swing and a miss. Good cut from the southpaw at the plate for post 52. Just keeping an eye on my feet because Todd spilled his drink, his soda, and there's ants. And I think the ants are getting in my pants, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks. Were they trying to call their aunt? And that is a swing and a miss. 2-strike count. Thank you to all the sponsors that make this coverage possible. You can see them in the post description. And that is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. They will throw around the horn. And that will bring up Jordan number 2.
I want to try to get Bruce Callahan for you to talk to. He's the post commander. I think he was wanting to talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, go find him. Get some more interviews here, talking to some of the folks from the Legion and what this means. Wow, that was a breaking pitch that locked the knees of Jordan. So you can hear the chatter from the dugout here. And they're going to call that a strike on the inside low and inside part of the plate. With 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. I'm sorry, 1 down. Now it's 2 down. I called the shot. Oh, it's 7-4. I thought it was 8-4. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know, Stace. Appreciate it, man. Good to see you.
You too.
So 7-4. So they're within 3 runs. My goodness, this is a closer game than we thought. That's what's going on here. For American Legion baseball, first time in 20 years that it's been here in Sierra Vista. It's a good thing Game Changer exists. I should have brought that up on my phone. For all the questions that I had. How dare they try to make me count numbers more than my fingers and my toes? I can't count that high, Stace. I can't do it. So here we go. 2 down. I do know that. That goes inside. 3 balls, no strikes. So again, so much activity has happened with 2 outs over the course of this game. The question comes down to, will it favor our Sierra Vista post 52 in this instance?
No, whatever. I like tucking this stuff.
And that is a called strike. So 3-1. Yeah, we're gonna be there at Culver's real soon to do. I've already called it the Cluxtered Critic. Instead of the Custard Critic, it'll be the Cluxtered Critic because I'll be sampling some of their chicken sandwiches.
That's right. That's right.
That'll be going on next week. Stay tuned.
Everybody? And Bruce
No,
Callahan.
just me. Oh, this is just me, because I'm the Custard Critic, so I get that. A called strike 3, so it is 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th, 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 5th, and we head to the top of the 6th inning. The score is actually 7-4. Stacy came over to show me the Game Changer app. Game Changer has it as 7-4. And again, one of the amazing people with the American Legion, wearing this awesome shirt. You got to show off the back of the shirt here real quick. Hold still. 100 years, celebrating the 100 anniversary, 100-year anniversary of American Legion Baseball across our amazing United States. Sir, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
It's been a while. I'm Bruce Callahan. I'm the Vice Commander for Area A down here in southern Arizona and a member of Post 52.
Well, Bruce, thanks so much for being here and for being a part of this. Talk about what the American Legion in baseball, 100-year legacy in our nation.
Yeah, is it wild?
To be teamed up like that, it really shows, you know, the support of veterans and the love of our national pastime. Love of veterans and love of national pastime coming together for this for 100 years.
All right. You know, I was talking a little bit. If you research, and my apologies, I had numbers written down, within the major leagues, how many major league players played Legion Baseball? Inductees in the Hall of Fame. There's a multitude of people that, you know, of players that played this game. We in Sierra Vista, I think somebody told you, it's been about 20 years
Right.
Since we've had Legion Baseball down here. I'm past commander. I've spent the last 5 years trying to get it revitalized. And I'm absolutely lucky this year that Coach Tommy heard about it.
Yeah.
He went to a meeting that I was supposed to be at, but I was out of town working. And he brought it to us and say, hey, can you sponsor us? We want to play. Never been happier in a day in my life than seeing our kids down here and play. It's a lot of fun. It's a continuation. All these kids here are Buena High School. They've been playing Buena ball for the last couple of years, and it's just an extenuation for them. Gives them more time to play and represent it. And if we sit here and poll, the majority of their parents are going to be veterans.
Oh, yeah.
This is a military town.
Absolutely.
And with any Legion
That's what
baseball,
brought me here. That's what brought me to Sierra Vista to play for Buena. So
I'm still trying to figure out what brought me here. What a job. No, I'm not originally
the good
from here.
Lord brought you here to stand. Well, Todd brought you here to stand next to me.
I've been here for 20 years now. I love this town, and great showing by the Post. Just the excitement of having this back.
And the support, definitely the support of the Post, and I mean there's great fans here in the stands, lining left field.
And you know, we found out that the home plate umpire was the last coach that we had before that hiatus of 20 years. So yeah, it's nice to have it back, and it's gonna be around, and we hope to expand within the county. We're hoping to get Tombstone involved, hoping to get Bisbee involved, and any of the other teams. And all they got to do is reach out to me, and I can point them in the right direction of.
Well, Bruce, how do they find you?
Oh, right here.
Just,
Post 52.
Exactly. Just stop by 52. Just give 52
Tell me
a
you
call.
need to see Bruce, and that's it. And if not here, you can see me here next Monday night as we watch these boys, because it's fun games.
Oh, it really is. And again,
these
seeing the
kids play
familiar
well.
faces from
Yeah,
Buena
yeah.
High School, and obviously Coach Tommy from Buena having their magical year that they had with a 20-win season. Now, if
Great
a
win.
team is able to continue winning over the course of how long is this season? How many games is it?
Ooh, shoot, I forget. End of July, it'll come to head. Then we'll play playoff ball up in Tucson, up at the fields up there. And if whomever wins, I think last year was Post 7 out of Tucson won, and they go on to regionals. Last year's regionals were held in California, and Post 7, which represented Arizona, didn't make it through regionals. So, yeah, they
But then
got some
regionals
plans.
end up, it's literally like a World Series kind of event. I mean, it's
it's a playoff. Once you win regionals, then you go on to nationals, which is your World
it
Series.
is a national championship.
It is a national championship. And as we go to this, the boys will be sponsored. You know, they'll be, if Buena was to win, department would sponsor them for regionals, and then regional teams and states will sponsor them to go to national, and we hope they do well. I mean,
Of course.
these are fun. These kids are having a good time, and coming out and chatting with them before the game. It's, you know, my boys are all grown and gone, and you know, they grew up playing baseball here in town, and this takes me back. I love ball and love watching these games. They're a lot of fun.
Well, it really is. And I love, by the way, the jerseys. Talk about the jerseys and the jersey design.
It's all on the coach. Coach came up with these jerseys this year. He found them, the jerseys and the caps.
I mean, the pinstripes are classic. And then on top of that, hey, come on.
I'm not a Yankees fan.
Hey, it doesn't. I mean, even the D-backs have some pinstripe uniforms. You know, I mean,
Red Sox fan. Why not?
well, that's all right. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah,
So
I am.
I mean, but I mean, having that pinstripe look, and again with the American flag being representing on the right arm, and then that
Yeah,
patch
100-year
for
patch.
100 years.
Yeah, our
of
timing was
American
impeccable.
Legion. Yeah, it really is.
Getting these
Bringing it
kids here
back.
this year
And
is-
so this is literally 5 years in the making.
Yeah, for me, it
you,
is. For
yeah,
me,
for you, but 20 years just to get back to this point.
Get back to city, back
To stand
into it.
on ARBENZ field and have the ants crawling up my leg because Todd spilled his soda. I mean, this is
note to
it's an
self,
unforgettable day, unforgettable event.
You know, get yourself a tripod and leave Todd at home, and you know, and you won't have any spillage. But hopefully, you can see you guys out here again next week. You know, hopefully the listeners come out and enjoy because it is a good competitive game, and
It counts. This is not an exhibition. This is
No,
this is a legit
yeah,
active game. I believe there's 2 outs and a runner on.
yep.
I'll have to check Game Changer to be sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can chat a lot.
Oh,
That's
no,
my
it's
wife
fine.
tells me.
I don't know anything about being able to chat a lot. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just
Oh, yeah.
don't ask
You
anybody
do
who
got a
knows
voice
me.
for radio. That's for dang sure.
And a face for radio as well. So
Yeah, that's
I
me
mean,
too,
that
so
helps.
Blake,
But
So
man.
Bruce, you don't want to see this die out. You want to see after 20 years we finally got a team.
it's going
You want
to.
to try to keep it going.
Well, we're lucky enough with Tommy getting a foothold in like
Yeah.
he has, the post. This now will become a budgeted item for us, and you know, today we got somebody out here selling hot dogs and chili, and chili. That fund, the money that we raise, is going to go right back in. We'll build the kitty for next year, so when they get ready, because there is an expense, there is a insurance that we have to pay
Right.
to the state and the city. Then of course we the post, you know, pay for all the uniforms and stuff like that. So we don't want no cost for the kids and no cost for the coach. So we're going to continue to do this, and we'll fundraise throughout the year. And happy to take anybody's donations. And you come in and tell me it's for baseball.
that's where it'll go.
It'll go straight into our our line item for our budget, and more than happy. So yes, I'm not
Absolutely awesome, Bruce.
Yeah, it is. It's great stuff, and I'm just the coach. Tommy's made us happy as heck, and he's been a force to getting this going more than any of us. He's been the force to get these kids out here. So very happy.
Well, glad to talk to you, and
always happy to talk to you guys.
extremely thrilled to see what's going on, and of course all the great things coming up over the next couple weeks for the American Legion that they'll be involved in, including the big 250th Army birthday celebration coming up.
14th of June, Army birthday, also Flag Day. So at the post, we'll do a free burger burn for anybody who stops by. We will do a flag retirement.
What time does that start?
Off the top of my head, my apologies, I don't remember, and Bobby stepped out on me, but we do a flag retirement and go through the whole thing, celebrate Flag Day, and then after that, of course, we got the 4th of July around the corner.
All-American, we got baseball, we got God and country, all right here. Foul ball, foul ball. Making sure that everybody's out of the way of that.
There you go, nobody get hit.
No, yeah, don't want that to happen. Unfortunately, it hasn't tonight, and we are in the top of the 5th inning. Runners on the corners for this Oro Valley
We were
team.
in 6th.
Is it 6th or is it 5th?
Hey, Tommy, we the top of 6th? Top of 6, right?
Top of 6. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't confuse me.
Hey, I had to keep track of this whole thing without a scoreboard. Come on, Bruce. Cut me some slack here.
Yeah, I know. The city might want to think about putting a scoreboard up. Not the
Then they got to pay
one of
somebody
my
to run it.
downfalls. So hopefully, if the mayor's listening, I apologize for not inviting him, but he is invited next Monday.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to stop by his office and make sure he gets a personal invite. And come
sure
down
he'd love
and
to
hangs
see
out. He is a Legionnaire Post 52, so it'd be nice
Yeah.
to see him out here. Good stuff.
Maybe he can throw out the ceremonial first pitch.
That'd be nice. We can get him down here.
And if you don't have a ceremonial first pitch, now you do.
Yeah, we can make one up just for the mayor. So if he's listening, Mr. Mayor, you are invited next Monday night, 7 o'clock here at the field, throw out the first pitch.
Get here 5 minutes early, and we'll have a nice little
We'll
ceremony.
warm up.
Yeah.
Free hot dog to the mayor if he shows up.
Hey, that's a deal, huh?
Yes, sir. All right, guys, I'm going to let you have fun.
No worries, Bruce. Good to see you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you,
Bruce,
man. Good to
appreciate
see
it,
you.
Appreciate you, man.
Always.
And great to talk to Bruce. And again, hearing about how this has been a real labor of love over the course of 5 years for him to try to get this back in action. American Legion Baseball that has been gone from Sierra Vista for 20 years, returning here tonight in this brand new season, and every Monday night over the course of the next month, you can come out and support these young student athletes taking part of their summer to continue their love of baseball and stay warm during their off season as they prepare for the fall semester now at Buena High School or wherever some of these players attend. I assume most of them would be Buena based, but they could be from anywhere. Any of the high
some of the
schools
other
in Sierra
schools,
Vista.
yeah, exactly.
It's called strike.
Yeah, another way for some of these students, Jeff, to get some extra playing time.
Right. And live ball, live playing time in games that count, games that matter, and the chance to go to a region championship in California, which is even further away than Phoenix to go to a state championship. I mean, for a high school team, you're only going to get a state championship. You're not going to get a national championship like you could in American Legion baseball. You get a national championship. And the pitch, that is a called strike at the chest. What a pitch.
Hey, gotta go a long way.
So 2 outs. It's still 7-4, I believe. Top of the 6th. Runner on first goes, and that goes inside. And the runner will race home and be caught in a pickle. No, dropped by the pitcher. Cortez not able to see that all the way into his glove. He was looking up to make the throw to third before the ball got there. And so the bases are now loaded. The tying run is on first base. The go-ahead run is at the plate. In this 7-4 game, I thought it was 8-4 for a very long time. I was corrected on Game Changer. Called strike. Off the arm of Cortez. On the mound for post 52. As Coach Tommy ends up going to see the home plate umpire. Have a little chat. Helping the home plate umpire get a couple of his steps in. It is just past the top of the 9 o'clock hour. This game just over 2 hours old here at ARBENZ Field. And I'm not sure if he's just having a chat with Cortez or if Cortez is going to be coming out of this game. There's 2 outs. And again, these games count. Yeah, Kim, we agree. Can't think of a better way to spend a beautiful night than under the lights, watching your grandson play. Fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate the comment. And remember, if you leave a comment during the live stream, you get entered to win a Papa John's pizza. Thank you to all the sponsors and the post description making this coverage possible here this evening. Jeff Davenport and Todd Ryan hanging out with you here in Sierra Vista tonight. And remember, every Monday night, under the Monday night lights, it will be American Legion Baseball in Sierra Vista. First time in 20 years, looking for their first win in 20 years. The tying run is at the plate. No, the tying run is on first. The go-ahead run is at the plate. With 2 down, top of the 6th. Swing and a miss. And once that sun went down, boy, it's not cool, but it's cooler than it was.
Actually, feels pretty good.
It does. A light breeze, and that's a low pitch, low and away. Home plate umpire now turning around and double checking the count. As he'll brush off the dish, get a better view of that thing. Hard to believe that the umpire, the home plate umpire, was the coach of the Sierra Vista American, the last coach of the Sierra Vista American Legion team 20 years ago.
First pitch was a strike, and then it's one.
Now there's some confusion regarding the count. They're saying 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Thank you.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This is a key at bat
It
here.
really is, yeah. With the go-ahead run
Be ready.
at the plate. And that goes outside. Yeah, you don't want to get a pass ball in this situation. It's just not, it's not going to be, you're going to give up a run if the ball gets past the catcher.
Like that.
Some rearranging of the fielders. And that is high. The last thing you want to do, walk in a run. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. A full count, 2 down. Bases loaded. Go ahead, run on first. And they're sending all the runners when the bases are full. You got to send them with a full count. 2 down. You're going to send every single runner. I'm sorry, I meant tying run on first. Go ahead run at the plate. Hangs in there, so it will be a full count. You do not want to walk in a run. Post 52 here in Sierra Vista leads 7-4. But that lead could quickly evaporate with a big base hit here by the American Legion team from Oro Valley. Runners go, and that is a called strike 3 across the inside part of the plate. A clutch play by Cortez gets him and his team out of the inning. The American Legion post from Oro Valley leaves 3 on board. Gets none across. The score remains 7-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Mason. Yeah. Push the short.
So calling out the directions of where the kids are going to change to or play to. Thank you so much to all the sponsors that make this coverage possible. You can see them all in the post description. They are SSVEC, the MORSE Automotive Group, the Sherry EHTELL team at Long Realty, Barnett's Towing and Propane, Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County, Grasshopper Landscaping, Ginger's Title Services, Aloe Fiber, Right Way Heating and Cooling, SOCI at SOCI.com, American Southwest Credit Union at ASCU.org, and Vinny's Pizza. All making sure this game coverage happens for you tonight. Jeff Davenport and Todd Ryan here at ARBENZ Field in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Bottom of the 6th. Boy, you know, this game, I thought it was a little bit further apart than it was. Obviously, there's no scoreboard here, so having a little trouble keeping track. But according to Game Changer, it is 7-4, not 8-4, as I was talking about and touting earlier. Nonetheless, still a decent lead, not as much of a cushion as I thought there was for this team. We're going to see if they're going to be able to add some more runs on the board here in the bottom of the 6th and then look to close it out in the top of the 7th. It is high school rules, 7 innings, and that is where it will end here. Hopefully not too long from now, because I got to be at Grasshopper Landscaping location at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. I got my alarm set. I'll be your alarm clock tomorrow. I'll be live there with Taylor Trejo to walk through the yard of a client of Grasshopper Landscaping, and we'll get an idea for what the design will be. It's the before video, and then a couple days later, we'll go see the after video. I'm just looking over at the pickleball courts because there's still people out there playing pickleball at 9 o'clock at night, Todd. These people are maniacs.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people around Sierra Vista play pickleball.
Yeah. Oh, it's a cult. I mean, it's a.
We're trying to get a tournament together.
Yeah.
With Julie over at Sierra Toyota.
Oh yeah, she would love that.
A pickleball tournament that is sponsored by Sierra Toyota, also Cool FM, and I know Jeff, it's on your bucket list to do a live play-by-play of pickleball. Yeah, because I don't believe you've ever.
Yeah, I have not. No, I've never done play-by-play for pickleball. No, but that will complete my bingo card for sure. So here we go, bottom of the 6th. Number 5, Alex Jackson, one of the Buena players this past season. It's a called strike. And a called strike, too. One on the outside part of the plate, one on the inside part of the plate. It is still Valenzuela on the mound for the Oro Valley team. He's been able to shut him down. But that's a chopper to short. Wrangled up and thrown over to first base. Boy, pulled out of the dirt just in time by that Oro Valley post-American Legion player. 1 down. That'll bring up Harris, I believe, number 16. So Vicente coming up to the plate, watching that breaking pitch called strike. 1 down, nobody on. A 7-4 lead for our post-52 Sierra Vista American Legion team. First time in 20 years that they have been on this field. Another breaking pitch, 0-2. Valenzuela should have been pitching this whole game for the Cactus Cats. Wow, that breaking pitch did not break enough to get over the plate. A windup by Valenzuela. Swing and a miss, goes in the dirt. The catcher will catch it and get it over to first base for the force out. 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. So the Sierra Vista American Legion team leading 7-4, hoping to get a little bit more of a cushion going into the top of the 7th inning as they look to close this thing out. So Mason at the plate. Swing and a miss. That heat.
Seems like the second baseman has something flashing on his cap. Is that even legal?
Oh, it's his sunglasses. Yeah, so he's got his sunglasses on his hat, and it's reflected. The light is reflecting off of it.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's his sunglasses. He just left them up on his hat. Ooh, turning inside was Mason. Watches that ball. Evens the count, I believe, at 1-1.
Let's go, Mason! Come on, kids! 7!
Wind up in the pitch with 2 down. That ball goes high. Man, that had some heat. That's one of those pitches where you say, that sounded high. You're not sure. That pitch was so fast. I think Valenzuela is getting faster as the night goes along. His arm loosening up that much more. And that is another fastball, but low. So is that 3-1? No, 3-2. All right, so 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mason with 2 down. Bottom of the 6th. Looking for a 2-out rally here. Payoff pitch on the full count. And that goes inside. So a 2-out walk will put Mason on board. And we'll bring up number 13. Esquer coming to the plate. It's interesting how much happens with 2 outs. I think that's something in high school where, I don't know, there just needs to be a completed inning. They need to just work on the 3 straight out, 3 up, 3 down innings. That pitch, I don't know what that was. It looked like a high breaking ball. Pitcher now communicating non-verbally with his catcher. Mason takes the lead at first, being held on by the first baseman. 2-0 count. Again, just when I was bragging about Valenzuela getting hotter as the night goes along. A 2-out walk and a 2-0 start to the count for a scare. And that is a ball as well. So 3-0. You can hear the chatter from the Buena dugout, from the post 52 dugout. So 3-1 to 1-3. Wind the pitch, swing and a miss, runs the count full. 2 outs, 1 on. Runner will go with 2 outs. From the stretch. And it's fouled. Esquer hanging in there. On a full count here. Quarter past the hour. From the stretch. And that is a slap shot down the third baseline. Runner will advance to third and hold there. They throw down to second on an error. Throw. Mason will score. Makes it officially 8-4. I'm a prophet, Todd. I've been saying 8-4 all night. I was wrong all night. It was only 7-4. Now it's 8-4. I spoke it into existence. Look at me. So a beautiful line drive down the third base line as they come into the dugout. Boom! That is the boom shot. With 2 down, Fields comes to the plate. Great job by Esquer on a full count pitch. Clutch. That's a breaking pitch in for a strike to Fields. 0-1 the count. Here at ARBENZ Field in Sierra Vista this fine Monday night. You can join the fun of American Legion Baseball every Monday, all month long. And now an 0-2 count. Runner on second.
Here we go. Here we go, Lando. Let's go, Lando. Come on, kid. Let's go 1-1. Lando.
2-strike pitch coming. And that's a base hit to the third baseman. Clutches and throws over to first base for the force out. Post 52 will leave 1 on, but not before 1 more comes across the plate to make it officially 8-4. Unless Game Changer is wrong, which I don't know. I know I've been wrong before, well, once or twice, but glad you're joining us here this evening. Thanks again to all of the sponsors who've made this coverage possible. We're going to the top of the 7th, which means this team, American Legion Post 52 team, is 3 outs away from their first win in 20 years. Because this is their second game of the season. They did not win their first game, which was up in Tucson, I believe, right, Todd? It was a Tucson road game for them. And so they weren't able to pull off the win there. How sweet it is to be home and to have victory and have the home plate umpire be the last coach of the American Legion team here in Sierra Vista. All things coming full circle here tonight as history is being made in the 100th anniversary, the 100th year of American Legion baseball happening all across our great country that we love so much and that we celebrate and that these jerseys celebrate with the arm patches of the American flag on the right arm, of the 100-year patch on the left arm. It is a fun night tonight at the ball field. And again, the American Legion will be here 1 week from tonight. You can be a part of this fun here, and they will serve food. They've got hot dogs and chili. So if you want a chili dog, you can probably put that together. You know, you got the cup, you got the noodles, you do the math, you got the chili, you got the dog. Have a chili dog.
Is it chili or chili dog?
I don't know. Well, I think it's chili and
Oh, really?
and a hot dog.
Oh, okay,
So,
all right.
but you put them together and you got a nice little meal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can come out, bring the family, bring your friends. If you're a veteran, come on out with your other fellow vets here, because these kids, they play for pride, they play for glory, and they play for country, representing the American Legion Post 52. Glad you're joining us here tonight. This team 3 outs away as they're done with their warm-ups. Thank you again to all of the sponsors who've made this coverage possible tonight. They are just all fantastic, and we've talked about them all night long. Sponsors like Vinny's Pizza. Thank you, Vinny's Pizza, for being a sponsor tonight. Hey, that's fantastic. Well, we love Vinny's, an iconic, Chip and the whole team there. It's iconic. 45 years in Sierra Vista. Ball low and away. The new pitcher in, number 12, to close this thing out. Pierce, I believe, is the name. Something with a P. Can't really read, but that evens the count at 1-1. Thank you to Vinny's, American Southwest Credit Union, Soci, Right Way, Aloe Fiber, Ginger's Title Services, Grasshopper Landscaping, Copper Queen Community Hospital, Barnett's Towing and Propane. Gets that. Fouled. 2-strike count. Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, the MORSE Automotive Group, and SSVEC, all of our sports sponsors here tonight under the Monday Night Lights at ARBENZ Field in Sierra Vista. Adjusting the outfield right now is Coach Tommy Fernandez. That ball goes high, so that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As this post-52 team, 3 outs away from history. And that is a called strike 3 at the knees to number 3. The Cactus Cats will bring up number 6 to the plate. Their leadoff hitter and the pitcher for the last couple innings, Valenzuela, at the plate. Fastball outside, 1-0. From the stretch, that's a pop fly into shallow right field. Right fielder comes in, calls off the second baseman. That is 2 outs. Our post-52 American Legion baseball team, 1 out away from history.
So, bud.
Acuna to the plate. Watches a strike. Getting ahead in the count is key for any relief pitcher, especially the shutdown reliever. This is a save situation. That is popped into right field. Right fielder shading over. Makes the catch. As we start the 100th year of American Legion baseball, it's been 20 years since a Sierra Vista team has been together, and you have just witnessed history. 20 years in the making. The first win for a Sierra Vista American Legion team in 2 decades. Gets the big win, 8-4, tonight at ARBENZ Field. As they go to line up, sportsmanship, a huge part of all athletic endeavors in every age group, every category. And we wish that American Legion team from Oro Valley safe travels back to Oro Valley tonight on the road. But history made this evening from those young athletes on your screen. The first win from a Sierra Vista American Legion team in 20 years. Coach Tommy Fernandez talking to his team as we get ready to bid you good evening on this Monday night. Remember, every Monday during this month, you can come out and be a part of American Legion Baseball, supporting the American Legion that does so much for the veterans in our community. Be sure to check their Facebook page for all the details of things happening at the American Legion that are coming up even just this coming week. This coming weekend, there's some things happening, so be sure to check their Facebook and social media for that. On behalf of Todd Ryan and all of us at Cool FM Live, the award-winning Cool FM Sports, I'm Jeff Davenport, wishing you a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll be joining you early, and stay tuned to Cool FM Live tomorrow morning for Grasshopper Landscaping, the Ed Morse Vehicle of the Week. There's so many things going on, so many things coming up. It's always busy here at Cool FM Live because of the man behind the camera who runs it all. Thank you, Todd, for all your hard work tonight, buddy. Always love working with you. One of my best friends in the whole wide world. Always just love this friendship and love this time that we get to share together. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Thank you again to the sponsors, and thank you to Todd behind the camera. Have a great night, everybody, and we will check in with you again later on. Congratulations to the American Legion Post 52 baseball team. The first win in 20 years. History made tonight at ARBENZ Field. We'll see you back here next Monday night at ARBENZ for another American Legion game. Have a great night, everybody.